Making the Invisible Visible, Black Women 365 Days of the Year. Each day will spotlight a remarkable woman whose story has shaped Black, British or global diasporic history. Women whose achievements are too often overlooked. Through these daily short films, we create a living, breathing archive of leadership, creativity, resistance and legacy. Let's begin.
So who am I? My name is Victoria Showunmi. I'm a professor, and I'm a Professor of Interdisciplinary Studies in Gender, Race and Identity. So who am I really? I'm a woman who is Black. I was raised by German Jewish parents. I didn't grow up in London. I started my life in Devon and in Somerset. And I'm a single mum. The kind of energy I have, I'm very hyper, I suppose, very hyper, and very much quite passionate about fairness, what that means, and also really wanting to support people which are left on the margins in whatever way that is. That's something which I am, definitely. What drives my practice? Again, I think understanding the complexities of society drives my practice. What matters to me most is that we understand the world through an intersectional lens. So how does that look like within my daily life? I am a Vice Dean and I also chair Athena Swan. So the Vice Dean is a Vice Dean in EDI for my faculty, which means that I have to really be very conscious and aware of equality issues in an intersectional way across the faculty. The work around as the chair of Athena Swan is to do with gender equality. And so I really need to make sure that gender equality is thought about within our faculty. Gender equality in many ways has been about white women only. So here I am, I'm looking at gender equality and I'm putting the Black into it. I could think of a couple of things. If I think about work, I would say being chair of Athena Swan has been an opening. It's been a moment which has really started to open up the path for me. When I became chair of Athena Swan in 2020, it meant that I'd been given an element of power to be able to start shaping some work regarding gender equality across the faculty. With that one thing, people started to see me in a different way. I wanted to have the conversations in a different way because I'd stepped on the ladder of leadership. So I'm starting to learn to do stand-up comedy. I need to do a course on it as well. I'm doing it prompto stand-up comedy. So I don't have a script. I go up there and I have some bullet points in my head and that's how we roll. We roll like this. I say, so it's based on some of the work I do, some of the research I do, some of the things I see outside. So I think that to me is amazing to be able to do that and to make people laugh as well. And I make people laugh as much as I can. I have a good conversation with myself. And I have a good conversation with God as well. And it was just a couple of weeks ago, or just last week, and I said, Lord, you need to just take my hand and get myself together here because I need to be motivated. I need to keep going. I've taken on too much and I know that, but I still got to complete what I've taken on because I've got a lot of writing projects. 4 books have just come out, or just on the process of coming out. I've got articles I'm working with people with, and students with, and things like that, postdocs. I've got those coming out. I've got interviews, a whole range of different things, and I've got my vice dean job and my academic job. So projects, research projects. So there's a lot happening, and plus I've got my daughters as well, and I've got my dog. So I've got my dog, I've got my daughters, trying to ensure that they have a slice of their mother as well. So at least they're, all of those things.
Thank you for joining us for today's story. Making the Invisible Visible is our commitment to ensuring that Black women's histories and contributions are recognised, valued and kept in daily circulation. Across 2026, we will continue to share these powerful narratives, 365 days of impact, brilliance and inspiration. Stay connected, join the conversation and help us champion the women whose journeys continue to shape our world. I'm Paulette Brooks, and I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for the next story.